Yeah, I was actually thinking of ways to intro the pod today, but yeah, I have nothing. Episode 138. This is True to Size. No, I was thinking like on the way here, like when I was driving in, I was like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, but yeah, I didn't land on anything. So,
bro, who are you talking to?
I thought
you sound like you're on the phone with somebody.
No, I
saying
thought
like, yeah, what should the intro be? What should I do?
I thought this was a conversation.
Philly's back.
Shit, this is why he doesn't get invited anymore. I think the last time we spoke of him, I said we're not going to invite him. We're going to wait for him to ask to come, and then Alvin just invited him anyway. Fucking PR people at this place are awful.
Man.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the team at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Yo.
And Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Yo.
And the reason he doesn't get an intro is because he just gave himself one, and that's what he's going to live and die with. It's also Phil Soul Purpose. How are you, buddy?
I didn't intro myself, though, just for the record.
Do you want to intro yourself?
No,
go ahead.
You did already.
Do you want me to give you like some air horns and stuff? Like, how do you introduce yourself when you're DJing or like when you're emceeing an event?
No, you're good.
It's Philly, big, young Philly, young, big. Like, what's the order?
Forever young, big Philly.
Yeah.
Forever
young.
Young, little, big Philly G. I don't know what.
You guys remember that when you used to go out in public and there used to be events?
I do remember that in the before
When?
times.
Good times.
Long time ago.
Crazy.
Events?
I heard it used to happen.
Once upon a time.
Jesus. Anyways,
Jeez.
Let's get depressing right off the bat. That's nice. Phil, thanks for being back. It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite some time since we've seen you.
Yeah.
In person.
IRL in person. Yeah. We were on, I think we said an April episode. But before that, we wouldn't have seen you since like maybe episode 100.
115.
Okay. You were on
Yeah,
115.
so April and May, I think.
No, but then before that, because that was not in person.
No, it was virtual.
Yeah, so
we
in
did a
person-
couple virtual, I think.
So I think in person would have been 100.
Yeah, maybe.
So 38 episodes ago.
Yeah.
We've been busy.
That's a lot.
First of all, yeah. Anyways, we've got a great show this week. After calling out a bunch of our listeners, we received a huge influx of fire round questions because we talked a lot of shit to people and they responded, so that was good. So we're stocked up for a while now, which is great. We've also got a huge sneaker retailer who's doing their part to get people out to the polling stations, which is really good news. And we've also got an abnormal amount of EEEs to cover.
That was my fault. That was my fault.
We're going to get to that. It was very much Alvin's fault.
And I should have known that too.
Insane. And Phil, like we said, hasn't been here in a while, but he's back. And because he's back, he's going to get to play our newest game show.
How much is that?
Oh, man.
I know you saw me point to you.
Sorry.
Phil. I touched him. I touched him
Yeah.
after he didn't say anything for about 2 seconds. I touched his shoulder. Like, hey, yeah, it's you.
I was about to do a fire round.
That's your. He's new here. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
And after that, we're going to get into a mini discussion about collabs. That'll be fun. We got the biggest hype beast on earth here with us, so we got to get into collab in a little bit. But first, Joel.
Whoosh, fire round.
Did you say who is here?
Yeah, what are you
Moving
guys
around?
talking about?
It's 1 in 4 of you, and if it's not 3 of your friends, then you know who it is. 1 in 4 are hype beasts, they say. Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners, and this week's question comes from Lion and a Pickaxe.
Oh, he's back.
The OG of the fire round. He would definitely fall on the Mount Rushmore
Icone.
of fire round contributants. Not a real word. He says, do you think there will be a point in your life when passing on your beloved pairs will just make sense? As in letting them collect dust or selling and trading them rather than just, like you want to get rid of them or you want to keep them? Like, why do you need to keep them if they're collecting dust? Should you just pass them on? If not, you don't think that point would ever come, what amount of money would you need to be blessed with to start doing that? Where you would just start throwing away sneakers for charity because you have so much money that it's nothing to you. He says, personally, I've already started donating pairs and handing a handful out to super close brothers. And if I fall into a pit of Jeff Bezos-like money, I think everyone's Christmas presents would all be the shape of shoeboxes. Mm-hmm. So he would need a lot of money to be able to give out some.
Jeff who? Jeff Bezos?
Yes. the Amazon owner guy.
Oh,
Richest
Yeah.
man in the world, no?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
True.
Even after his divorce. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's crazy.
That's insane. He got divorced and lost half his money, and he's richer than that now.
Jeez.
I mean,
Good for him, but not good for him at the same time because he has too much money.
Yeah.
Fucking Amazon. So yeah, what point in your life do you think that you would start like passing stuff on or like getting rid of stuff? Like, is there a certain pair number you reach, certain age, certain like point of view? Like, what do you think, Alvin? You can start this. Is there a point? There could be no point at all.
it's a great question. First of all,
It is a great question.
Yeah, it is.
but I don't know, man. Maybe when I'm like 69.
And not a second sooner.
Maybe when I'm 69 and I need more comfortable shoes to be able to walk around in and do other special activities in.
Special activities.
At
huh?
69?
Yo, fam,
You wear
I'm-
shoes?
That's crazy.
you never know where you're gonna be. Park,
Sure. Yeah.
mall,
Park.
who knows?
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, if I have wifey's pregnant,
Congratulations, Alvin.
yeah.
if it's a boy,
Woo! Lawrence Martinez. Right?
I mean, if Kaya, LJ,
LJ Martinez is a big basketball name or football. Just saying.
but I mean, if Kaya hits a size 11, maybe. But I mean, if we
but
have,
also hopefully not.
if we have a son, then
That's
if
yeah.
he or
Yeah.
she hits a size 11, then definitely they can borrow my shoes, and then when I'm 69, they could probably have them.
when they're dust in a box.
Yeah, when dust in the box, and I don't have anything like, maybe I'll still be taking pictures when I'm 69, but it might hurt my back trying to set up the tripod or
Yeah.
whatever. So, or maybe they'll take pictures of me
There you go.
when I'm old, like
That's
that
why you have
grandpa
kids.
guy.
Yes, that
You know,
hype
the
beast
cool-
grandpa
that hype-
guy.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
He gets everything.
He does get
Seriously,
everything.
bro.
He's a
Like
beast.
everything.
He's crazy.
But
It's almost like
yeah.
it's not even him and it's his grandson who does it.
So
It's
my
crazy.
answer is no.
So the answer is no. There was never a
If I
point.
can turn into hype beast grandpa, hell no.
No.
I think I'm gonna have to agree. Like, maybe it's because we're not close to it yet. Like, we're so
Yeah.
into it that there's no in the next 10 years that I'm gonna be completely out of it. That I'm gonna have given away shoes. Like, for me at least, I'm sure at some point in my life, someday, having 100 and something pairs of shoes in my closet or my house is gonna be ridiculous. And it's gonna have to change, whether it's when I'm 69 or when I'm 96 or whatever. Who knows? But yeah, I'm sure at some point it'll happen. I just cannot foresee it in any sort of future right now. Or that's a good answer though. If there's a child that wears the same of mine, that wears the same size, not just any child. Hey, what size you are, kid? A child of mine or a child of anybody who sits at this table right now that wears the same size as me, it would make it a lot easier to start getting rid of stuff
Yeah.
if I can just give them away. Joel, what about you?
Yeah, same thing too, man. It's like, it's hard to let go. If Jomar goes past the 10.5, then he can talk to like Kaya or Alvin or something like that.
Hi, with their size 11 foot.
Okay, Jomar. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I can. Like, even if I turn to dust, I don't even know if I could.
They'll still be there.
Yeah, they'll still probably. be
Mayor's
there.
gonna sell that shit, bro.
I know, man.
Shoes is going to be the
She'll
first thing. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
First trip is to the pawn shop with your
I know.
shoes. Phil, what about you? Is there a time? Do you foresee a time where you would start passing things on? Or
You're pretty old, right?
Yeah, you're pretty
Yeah.
getting up there, right?
What, 35? That's pretty good.
Honestly, like this is like right now, I'd say this is in the last 20 years, I'd say this is the least I've cared about sneakers.
Facts.
Okay.
It's just it's a number of things. And
Good guest you chose this week, man. Really good. Yeah. I don't even care about football. I literally have never cared less about sneakers.
I've never cared less. No, in a sense that obviously it's like, I'm obviously passionate about it still and like I'm buying still, but I care less in a sense that it's like if I can sell something and get decent money for it, then my mortgage takes priority, or
Facts.
repurposing that money for something else takes priority, as opposed to just having how many over 100 just shoes of just sitting there. It's like I look at boxes and like I haven't touched that in 13 years.
Yeah.
It needs to go. It's not serving any purpose, right?
Yeah.
And and as far as giving away kicks, like I do give away, like I don't give away anything too crazy, But I mean, I do give away, like, if whether it's a cousin or someone in my building or charity or whatever it is, if I have something that I can part with, then it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think that we all have given away, I'm sure, more shoes than...
And I'm sure in the upcoming season, with everyone doing shoe drives and stuff, we'll find some pairs. That we
Always. Every year I say, I don't know what I'm going to donate, and then I take 3 seconds, and I'm like, here's 15 pairs. Found them. Good question, Anthony, Lion and a Pickaxe. Now we're getting the ball rolling. We got lots of good ones coming up now. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Next up is the CGS picks. Each week we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademark phrase.
C'est très joli.
Nice. And... because 2 people picked this shoe this week, I'm going to go first. That's how you know it's a good one. And my pick this week is not a dunk for the first time in forever. Shout out to Elsa. It is a Jordan 1. Basically
Big
a dunk.
difference.
Basically
Big difference.
Jordan 1 high coming out in the holiday season. So images of these released, I think, like late last year. Like we've always said, we know what shoes are coming out for the next 22 years. Like nothing is a surprise anymore.
And we won't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, exactly. People don't get fired over it anymore, which is crazy to me.
No more leaks.
But yeah, so as soon as I saw these last like November or October, whatever, I was like super in. It's the dark mocha Air Jordan 1 high, classic Jordan, like black toe branding with just brown on the heel. It's like instead of a white leather, it's a sail leather. I can't say more. It comes with black laces. Those are immediately being swapped out to sail laces as soon as I don't get these off sneakers. And yeah, like these are a whoop-de-whoop for me. I'm definitely going to try and get these. And I can't wait to tell you guys on the podcast about how I failed acquiring them. As Phil said, we should have a segment of things we really want to get, but we're not able to get. And this may be the start of it with these.
We're going to call it Sneakers App.
Sneakers App. Sneakers App. We suck at buying things on the internet is the name of it. Yeah, so I really like these. Super down. Love them. In all the way. Holiday 2020. No actual... 10/31. There you go. Halloween. Perfect.
That's soon.
That lines up perfect.
All right.
Excellent.
You know what would be dope? If you dulled out the leather, the black leather.
True.
Like you made it like
Flat black.
Like just make it a suede. I think Konoski did it for someone.
Even if it just was a little bit less glossy than the suede. Or, I like that.
Crazy.
It goes with the whole vibe of the shoe. Like you've got the off-white and the brown. It's very like, I agree.
It's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to actually do that. I say that would be a cool idea, but I wouldn't.
Konoski, you can do it for me.
Good call on that. I like these a lot. If anybody happens upon my size, please let me have them for free. Joel, your pick this week.
All right. So, speaking of holidays, Black Friday, drop is going to be a slew of Jordans and whatnot, but
Sleuthing, huh?
my particular pick is the Fire Red 4s that are dropping.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Quote unquote Fire Red. Unquote 4s.
When was the last release?
I don't know.
Fire Red 4s?
I think it was a Mars, no? Wasn't it the Mars, the last one?
There was one in between that, like the 2012 when they all came back, but it was no Nike Air.
Okay.
And it was actual Fire Red, but we'll get that in a minute. Go ahead, Joel.
But yeah, so it's exactly like the 2012s or whatever, but with the Nike Air branding on the heel. And I guess the orange Nike Air jump tag or box logo tag or whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
Box logo tag. Yeah, that's what they call it.
The tag, hang tag.
There you go.
Hang tag, orange hang tag. But yeah, Black Friday drop, it's going to come in like from crib sizes all the way up to men's sizes. So, the whole family and, everybody can grab them. But yeah, $200-300 Canadian, something like that.
Probably $265.
But yeah, these are like a super cute. I'm probably not gonna scoop, but yeah, interesting to see them with the Nike Air. I'd like to see a military
with Nike Air would be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
Did you guys notice that they didn't actually call them Fire Red? I don't remember what the name that they actually called them was, but when you look at them, it's not Fire Red.
No.
It's like
a lighter.
It's really bright, right?
It's quite bright. Yeah. I talked to Adam's Sneaker Closet today, and he said it's like lipstick red, which when you look at it, yeah. And I'm not a fan, to be honest. It doesn't look good to me. The color is wrong. Maybe in person it'll be different. It's not quite an infrared, which is how he described it. I disagree with that, but it's lipstick red is a good way to put it.
When's the release of this?
Black Friday.
Black Friday, so November 27th.
They could switch up the color. It's a little tight though. I'm like they still have time on production.
People already have them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they do things like this, but yeah. They're okay. I like the Nike Air branding with the big bold red is really cool on the black, but yeah. Alvin, what do you got?
I got the Under Armour Hover Breakthrough, which is Under Armour's very first women's specific basketball shoe.
Nice.
Cool.
So I mean, in the past they would literally just, give them women's sizes or give them
Smaller
women's
sizes. Yeah.
in the Curries. So yeah, just get same things like smaller sizes, but like they would never make anything specifically for women. So this specific shoe, they took their athletes. So they took I'm sorry about the names. Say that now. Bella Alari, Kayla Charles, and Taisha Harris.
Are you sure it's Harris? Sure you said that right?
Harris?
There it is. Yeah.
There you go. And they basically went back and forth to see what they felt needed to be in the shoe. And one of the key features is a women's specific arch shape.
Oh.
There's also narrower ankle collars. They doubled the layer heel and dual density sock liner.
Oh.
Are just a few of the things that they added.
That sounds fun.
The shoe itself looks super dope. It's very sleek in design. The midsole does look a little bit thicker, but I mean, that just probably attributes to the dope hover cushioning. The grip looks good. But with Under Armour, with my experience anyway, like I love the Curries.
Yes.
They have usually really good grip for the court. These are not a scoop for me, but only because they are women specific and I have a wide ass foot.
Yeah, you couldn't.
So
even if
no
you tried.
way
Yeah.
am I ever going to fit into any of these pairs.
And cop the women's 12.
Nah, bro. It's narrower, they said, specifically.
Narrow and angle.
And that arch
Ankle.
support kills my
They made it
because I have
specifically narrow. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because women's feet are narrower than men's feet.
That's a fact, but okay. Anyways,
That is a true statement you made.
it is true.
But that's dumb.
But yeah. So these will retail at 110 USD.
Reasonable.
And they released already.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Pretty dope. So
I-
look for them on underarmour.ca.
I do mess with that. All the ladies, yeah. If you haven't tried an Under Armour basketball shoe, it is something to try for sure. It's
And
very
they're
well
like,
done.
what other brands done
women's
women's
only?
specific?
I can't
sneakers?
think of any. I don't think there's any Nike one. Like you said, they do women's colorways.
Colorways, though.
They do smaller sizes, PEs.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of a women's basketball shoe.
Didn't they do like a Jordan, sort of like a women's only
For
kind of
her?
Jordan?
I know they did like the Laylee May stuff, and like they've given like I don't know if they've done performance. They definitely have done like models, like they did the whole like remix. They did like the Jester Jordan 1 and stuff, like all those things. But they were like the performance side. I don't know if that I can think of off the top of my head that they've done any.
Yeah.
the last time I remember, like this is probably gonna be an EEE for you guys next week, but I'll say it anyways because I won't be here probably. So I'll let you guys handle this one. I remember, I think it was Cheryl Swoops that had her own model, but that was
that's right.
Nike,
You're
not
right.
Jordan. And
You're
I don't know if it was like her own unique.
Silhouette.
Yeah, but
Did it release?
yeah, I think it was
Okay.
available. I think it was available. Yeah, it was right. Yeah,
Air swoops or something.
there you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Oh, that must be original. Then it can't be a.
Yeah. Unless there's another.
Yeah,
different.
we're just gonna give you
This
the
worked
shoe.
out so well.
Her name is Swoops too.
Okay, we're gonna get. You want to wear this?
Yeah. What size are you?
Phil. So Phil tried to pick the same shoe as me, and that was why I went first because my pick was so strong that I had two people choose it. But we made Phil, because he was the last one here, change his pick, and he has something else for us. What is it?
I actually chose originally before this. This is my third pick, but my first original pick was the Denham.
Dynam.
I
I don't know.
Denham.
the
Holy
Air Max.
shit.
That was it.
Again, I'll allow you guys to handle the EE next week. The Air Max 95s, the neon ones with the denim uppers.
Sexy.
The Denham uppers.
Yeah. But they're made out of denim.
Denim,
Yeah.
Denham. Yep.
Denim.
I know the pronunciation is right on that. So my actual pick is the Jordan 1 Retro OG. It's black and gold. Similar to the one that released in 2003, except this is more of like a traditional like high cut.
Yeah.
It is patent leather. The whole upper is patent leather. It's a gold swoosh, and then there's like alternating gold accents on the uppers. Gold wings logo, and the tongue is like that shininess of polyester. I don't know what it is, but it's the shiny. It's not patent leather, but it's the soft kind of crinkly Jordan 1 tongue you can expect on most
nylon kind of.
Small little gold hints, like for example, just like the 2003 model, the stitching between the upper and the outsole is gold stitching. You can't really see it unless you're up close, but it's a nice little detail. Great looking shoe. I mean, it's a Jordan 1, so there's not much to be said about it. I will try and cop. I will probably not, because that's just how things are nowadays. But I'll try. I'll give it that much. And it seems like it's going to be a GR or not too limited, because I'm looking at kind of retailers that are supposed to get it, and I see Dick's. So when I see Dick's, that means
Sorry, what? You see what?
Pause.
You're what?
The sporting goods.
You're looking.
Dick's,
Oh, okay, got it.
sporting goods.
I wasn't sure if you meant you saw male anatomy or you saw stores that you were not a fan of. I hate those stores. They're Dick's.
Dick's Sporting Goods in the United States of America. JD Sports. When I see those type of retailers, it leads me to believe that it's going to be a GR or like a widely distributed quick strike. This is scheduled for holiday of this year. $170 USD, which is probably going to be like $215, $225 Canadian.
Yep.
So I'm sure we'll see it at, don't quote me, but I'm sure we'll see it at like Foot Locker and
Sport Check.
Not 306 maybe, but Foot Locker channel.
Shot.
No, that's not a shot. They're closing. Is that not the rumor? Do we know? No, man.
Do the air horn.
That's not a shot. That's not a shot. But no. That's not a shot. But is it confirmed? Have you guys confirmed that it's actually
it's confirmed.
It's closing, right? Okay, so that's not a shot. That it's not even going to be open. But yeah, it's a great looking shoe if you're into ones. From my experience in the 2003 patent ones, they get super creasy.
Yeah?
Very creasy. So if you're not into toe box creasing, this might not be the pair for you, but a great looking shoe, and I'm sure they're going to be worth $1,000 by release day.
Oh, man.
By release.
So good luck, guys.
Is that what they call it in the States? Do they just say Dick's? Do they say Dick's? Do they say the full thing, Dick's Sporting Goods?
No,
or they
it's called
they
Dick's.
just say Dick's.
I think they say, that's why I just said Dick's, but then I realized it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Dick's.
Yeah.
Dick's.
I want to get a Dick's. Maybe not get
I don't know who says that, but
I'm going to get a poll from Dick's.
man.
Anyways. See, we're like 3-year-olds. Like, you can't say those kinds of words around us.
Don't say poop.
Yeah.
Don't say
none of that.
Stupid.
Yeah. We rate our shoes as poop. Like, you can't say those words to us. Next up, This Week in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And just one thing to cover, but it's a good one. It's a really big one. So Foot Locker is helping people get to vote. And the retail chain has confirmed that it has partnered with Rock the Vote, which is a non-profit organization dedicated to building the political power of young people. And they've committed to transform over 2,000 of their U.S. Foot Locker Champs and Foot Action locations across the country into voting registration hubs, which is very cool. So they're trying to make it as accessible as possible for everyone to get out and vote. So consumers who visit any of the Foot Locker family stores will have access to a digital hub providing educational materials, be able to check their registration status, register to vote if they have not done so yet, and also set up voting reminders.
Nice.
So very cool. I mean, like, this is, okay, for 1 second. If you're not going to vote, and if you're a U.S. listener, we have quite a few U.S. listeners. If you're not going to vote in this presidential election, please stop listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't even mean that as a joke, but I don't want you listening to the podcast if you're not planning on... I'm not saying who to vote for. I'm not going to get political in that sense. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for.
Just
if
vote.
you're not going to vote in the U.S. election in 2020 with everything that's happened this year, stop listening to the podcast, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, now that all those people are gone, please go vote. next, previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. And we'll let the busiest person at the table go first, and that would be Alvin this week by a landslide. Go ahead.
That's right. So we got the UA Embiid sneakers, and in hand they look dope. Yes, everyone says they look like Kyrie's.
That sounds like a compliment to me.
But to be honest with you, they look good, man. Like, damn, the colorway. My favorite part is probably the outsole, just because of how the
details on it are sick.
Yeah, and then the little what are those called? Easter eggs.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
Is that what they're called?
Like the heel cushioning.
Yeah,
is shaped like Africa.
Yeah,
because he's from Joel Embiid is from Africa,
and it's got like the other ones like it says Philadelphia.
Yeah, Kansas, like Congo, Nice.
I mean, Under Armour is famous for that. They've done it on all the Currys. Mm-hmm. All the Currys have little Easter eggs and stuff. So, and then the Embiids, like, they're good. I personally haven't tried them yet. I was hoping to try them on like a court, but I guess I have to try them on an outdoor court just to see how they feel. But they're dope, man. Thank you, Under Armour, for those. And then Adidas hooked me up with the Dead Hype ZX 8000s.
Sick.
Yo, those are like the materials on those is crazy. If you're not gonna buy it for the colorway, buy it for the
quality.
Like, it's ridiculous. And then they also blessed us with the Lego ZX 8000s,
those
and like
so fucking good.
Details are crazy. The Lego pieces don't actually fit. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried hard too.
We can share. Yeah, apparently we talked about this beforehand, but apparently they were not able to get the proper patent
for the
pieces to actually be Lego pieces.
Yeah.
Like, Lego is like notoriously like very stingy with letting people use their designs and that kind of thing. So it makes sense, which is cool. I actually really like that. Like, it's a cool, like, it's kind of an Easter egg, the fact that they wanted to use an actual Lego piece, but Lego, who collaborated on the sneaker, was like, no.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But I'm sure like the other lace locks that come with it will fit
within one another.
But you know what I mean? But like all the different lace locks that comes with, like, the details are ridiculous. I mean, this is definitely like a pickup if you can.
I'm trying tomorrow. I've committed to it. I'm trying tomorrow.
And then I picked up the Terry Fox tee from Still Doing It. Mm-hmm. I saw your story. I'm sorry about that,
Very sad. I'll get to it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can tell everybody.
I will. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, bro. And another previously in Kicks, I guess, would be I was on our good friend Heads Ain't Ready's Sneaker Dad's podcast.
Yeah.
So his podcast is geared towards obviously sneakerheads, but sneakerheads that are fathers or soon to be fathers, I guess. And then we just shoot the shit, man. It was fun.
It's good.
Dope.
I'm sure he'll have Joel on there and eventually Lawrence and Phil at some point.
Well, that was on the sneaker daddies,
sneaker zaddies,
sneaker daddy podcast.
Yeah, that was it, man. That was dope, and I hope that was it.
It was a busy week, as we said.
Yeah.
Quite a busy week.
Oh, and then Foot Locker Kids. Sorry, I totally forgot that.
They're still going. Yeah.
Foot Locker Kids Canada.
Kids Foot Locker Canada.
Kids Foot Locker
You're
Canada.
bad at the shout-outs.
Oh my god. It's a long day. I have itis. We had really good food and some donuts and cookies. It was crazy. So Kids Foot Locker Canada sent Kaya a Nike tracksuit and some Air Forces. And they also blessed me with a pair of Air Forces as well to match. So thank you guys. That was fun. She did a little unboxing and she's digging it. So it's cool.
Nice. Very good.
That's it.
It doesn't matter if that's it.
Done.
We're cutting you off. Joel, what about you?
No sneaker pickups. I also picked up the Terry Fox tee as well for Jomar or Mayor. Whoever gets it first. But yeah. It's a great cause, all proceeds went to Terry Fox Foundation and whatnot. So it was a must do, being Canadian and whatnot. So, but yeah, that was a must, cop and that's it. Nothing else.
So I picked up, first of all, this has been like, I've had them at my house for a while. 2 pairs of free shoes from Net Magnetism that I got for Joel and for for Jomar, because if I see Netmag posting free shoes, I'm just gonna acquire them no matter what. Not even if they're not my size, I'll find someone who needs them. So I did that. It was the Sandalwood Dunk SB and the BHM Kyrie something.
Yeah, something like that.
Kyrie that comes in the blue box, whatever that 3, I don't know, whatever that one is. 3 Kyrie 3 BHM Kyrie 3.
Yeah.
So I did that. Not for me. And then, so I tried, so I'm really upset. I was really excited because I really like that Terry Fox tee as well from Still Doing It. And I was like on the golf course when it dropped, but I set an alarm. I was like ready to go. I was like, I'm doing this, whatever, 10:50 or 11:55. We're doing this at noon. Got on the website, put it in my cart, did the whole checkout thing. It's funny because I did like the Google checkout where it does it for you. And I thought that once you click pay, it's done, but it's not. So I put my phone back in my pocket and I took it back out. And then it was like confirm. I was like, oh shit, I didn't confirm it yet. So I clicked confirm. So I even had a second chance to look at it and I still fucked it up. Did all that. And then when I got my shipping confirmation, I don't know why, but I opened up the order summary. I just, for no reason. And I noticed it said size small. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I've never done that before. I wear an extra large, not a small. So that did not fit. It came in. They did, it's a sick ass t-shirt. Like they asked.
Like the actual tee is
quality. It's well done. The design is amazing. The quality's nice. The cause is great. Still Doing It are great guys. They did throw in for my troubles and for not having an XL to replace it with, not that they had to do anything, the OG Raptors dinosaur dad hat that they did, which is really cool. And a sticker. I like the sticker, actually. I want to put it on my laptop.
Same. I want to buy a laptop to put the sticker on.
So first of all, I was talking to the masked man behind Still Doing It. Yeah. And he had 2 things to say. He said, 1, he's going to come on the podcast soon. Which is cool. He doesn't, it seems like he wants to keep it under wraps for now. It feels like I know Batman. Like, I feel like I know Banksy right now. I feel like we know Banksy. Like, it's a really cool thing. Yeah. So that was one thing. The hint that we'll give you is that he has been on the podcast before. That's all we'll say. Nice. So that's one thing. And he said that he'll come out soon and he'll promote, give the whole why he's doing it, that kind of thing. Second thing is Alvin messed up the shout out the first time when we tried to shout out Still Doing It. He really messed it up and he said, make sure you shout us out properly this time. So for anybody listening, it's at STILLDOING.
You fucked up already.
DOINGIT. And that's where you're going to find it. I know it is. It's a joke.
You fucked up.
You're supposed to laugh.
It's not funny because we're not supposed to fuck up. You're gonna get mad at us now.
STYLL.
It's style.
He spelled a lot of words wrong, so that's why it's confusing. So still is spelled with a Y. He doesn't put the G on doing, and then it is regular. So do you all follow that? That's where to find them.
That was better than mine, though.
That was still better.
I think he's going to be even more mad after.
He's not coming on the podcast.
Honestly, we're giving him a lot of promotion right now. We're talking about it for a long time. It's just really poor promotion. Still with a Y, doing with no G, it. That's substantial. That's good enough. That's fine. Anyways, fuck. I didn't get my size, so fuck it. I hate it. They can fuck off, even though it's my fault.
That's amazing.
Phil, any pickups? You haven't been here since about April.
Yeah.
So you said you haven't purchased a lot, but I think that you've had some solid pickups, though.
I've had the things that I've bought have been solid, I guess you could say. I bought the Air Max 90, the total orange ones.
Yes.
It's essentially
I like those.
Yeah,
Nice.
I haven't got them yet. They're on the way. I shipped them to my aunt because I bought them off the Nike American. Anyways, this is too much information.
People are on the edge of their seat right now.
I know. And for those of you listeners that are wondering, the Air Max 90 Total Orange is basically the infrared, but instead of infrared, it's total orange. Which is like
totally orange?
It's like a Nike orange instead of the infrared. So that was early because I saw them restock on Nike and I was like, nah, I'm not going to let these sit. I like them.
Yes.
So I'm going to grab them.
It's a good shoe.
Good call.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm forgetting something.
That might have been one of your picks, actually. I think when you were here one time, I think that was your pick. So I'm glad that
he's getting ready for Shoe Hall 3 Hall. That's right.
There you go. Shoe Hall 3 Hall,
yeah. And then I was lucky to get the Union 4, the Guava.
Nice.
Lava.
Nice. I hate those. Good for you.
Yeah. Shout out to Union Los Angeles for doing a pretty legit drop in terms of not letting bots.
They did like
Yeah.
eat up the stock.
Yeah, what was the story with the bot prevention that they did with Union? I saw that they did something.
Yeah, so from what I understood, like I mean, I obviously bought them, but what I understand,
Understood? Were you not paying attention?
I was, but anyways, so they had a question, but it wasn't like built into the site. It was like an image of a question, so you couldn't bot the question because it was actually in an image on an image. I think that was what it was. And the answer was orange. Some people were complaining because
they couldn't get it.
The question is, what color is an orange? And then people are like, ah! They're like
Yellow.
Yeah.
Total orange.
Infrared.
It's fine. But it was just nice because I woke up that morning, obviously with every other Saturday, like most of us wake up with zero expectations of being able to get the shoe.
Yeah.
Facts.
I was in bed. I flipped open my phone and I was like, oh, this looks like the screens are moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
not crashed.
I carded.
Yeah.
Then it's like PayPal. I'm like, oh, this is moving.
We're moving along here.
Never
been this far.
Pay too much for my internet this month, or what's? So it was it was super smooth. I think I checked out pretty quickly. Yeah, and because that was the second pair that I got, and I actually traded for a pair. I traded the Chicago 1, the 2013.
Oh, I saw you trying to sell those.
Yes.
So that didn't go well, I guess.
It didn't. I traded them. I ended up trading them for a pair of reverse shatter backboards.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
Nice.
Was there a reason for that?
I was
The
trying to
one
get
shattered is more hype, right? And you want the hype as possible.
no because no, good joke, but my favorite color is orange.
Shoe haul too.
And purple, right? So like when you guys did the orange hat, like I had to get one. The Air Max 90.
Did you pay for that?
The total orange. I think you guys. Yeah, I mean,
Oh shit, we made you pay for it? Damn. Oh, sorry, bro.
no, I think you like. I paid literally nothing for it. Sorry. Yeah,
Literally nothing.
I think I gave you guys whatever it cost, and you guys gave me back almost the exact same.
Your change was the same amount that you paid. Yeah.
It was one of those. But orange is my favorite color, so I still need the original shadow backboard.
Facts.
I got the 3, and now I traded for the 2. So
Nice.
yeah, and the Chicago 1 is a dope sneaker. I have the 2015, but the 2013 has a Jumpman, so
fine. Yeah.
I'm never wearing it anymore. So
That's a good call.
let's
Nice.
get this out of here.
I respect that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get this garbage out of here.
Out of here.
Next up, holy shit, that was busy as hell. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And this is kind of a two-parter. Say thumbs up or thumbs down.
twofer.
It's a 2-for-1er, as they say in the biz. And I want to know, the first one, mismatched sneakers, but like retail. Like the what the fives, what the dunks,
Okay, yeah.
like that. Lance Mountains, whatever. Phil.
Oh, it's a debate in his head right now.
Oh, boy, he's going to explode, he looks like.
He's doing like pros and cons.
Thumbs down.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Alvin.
Up.
Okay, I was about to walk out. Joel.
up.
Also up for me. Next. This is why we are here every week. Together.
I have the what the KD6s, I think, if that counts for me.
I actually think I still have those too,
Yes.
but we're not allowed to discuss. So
Oh.
the next one,
Sidebar.
mismatched sneakers, not retail. Some guy wearing Breads and Royals. Some guy wearing white cements and black cement. Phil.
That's an up for Phil.
Thumbs down.
If you said up, we're cutting the mic, cutting that. Alvin.
Oh my god.
Wait, you said down?
Yeah, down, man. I'm putting my
Bro.
thumbs into the earth.
I'm planting
New
stuff,
definition.
bro.
It's a green thumb.
Yeah, man.
I'm like digging holes. Hell.
My thumbs are in the cemetery
down,
right
hella
now.
down, bro. Hella down.
Thumbs are dead. Joel.
Down.
Thumbs down. Next, but no, I can't.
That's a good one.
Next up, NSR. We talk about sneakers a lot. So in this weekly segment, we are going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant to the world of sneakers. Today is September 24th, 2020. It's been fall for a day and a half now. Kind of sad, but it's also been 30 degrees. It's been the hottest week in the
Yo, it's
month.
beautiful today.
It's kind of strange, but so it's a weird time for the question. But I want to know, what's your favorite thing about fall? There's a lot of good things about fall. Great season. Joel, you can go first.
I like the weather. The weather's nice.
That's a good answer. This
And
feels like
like-
Family Feud. Good answer.
The way that the sun comes down too, It has that nice light.
Sun's getting real low. Yeah, nice.
Good
Like
answer. Good answer.
it's like
Good
the
photo side.
warm tone. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Alvin, favorite thing about fall?
The fashion.
Fall
Yes,
fashion.
good answer.
Just like, being able to layer up stuff.
yeah, man.
And then if you get hot, you can take it on. And then you get cold again, you put it
Yeah,
right back
no,
on.
I like the layer as
and
well.
the hats. Oh,
I'm gonna go just so we don't do repeating. I'm gonna do the food that's in season right now. I'm a big big pumpkin pie
like
person.
pumpkin? Oh, you
I like
pumpkin.
pumpkin pie all day with
Pumpkin.
some whipped cream. Hot take: pumpkin pie is the best pie.
Are you a pumpkin spice drinker?
I'm not a big pumpkin spice person.
Oh.
Did you see they're doing pumpkin spice craft dinner? I
Are
hate
they?
they were giving them promotion because I actually got an advertisement for pumpkin
Yo, it's
spice.
gonna show up later.
They
on your
know
phone.
the white guy is has the app when you give him pumpkin spice craft dinner advertisement. But yeah, pumpkin spice craft dinner is coming and it's going to be disgusting.
Ew.
Phil, favorite thing about fall?
I had to repeat, but it's the layers. Like I like layering.
Fall fashion.
Yeah.
Fall
Yo, you
fashion.
can't
Gotta
beat
be
it,
the
bro.
layers,
It's,
yeah.
yeah, it's the best season for dressing,
Yeah.
easily. All right, good answers all around, and in
Good
about
answer.
30 seconds this time. Well done. Next up, errors, edits, and e-messages.
shit.
We're pretty smart guys, but from time to time, Alvin makes mistakes.
So,
So if you catch us slipping,
man.
hit us in the DM. We'll let the world know that we goofed. So, from Alex Suji Cyphersons, Gerald Castro, B. Raza, Flyways 99, and more.
Wow.
everybody.
They want to
They're trying to
let
cancel
they want to let Alvin. Yes, they want.
I know.
We were
I fucked up.
trending. They want to
We
let
were.
Alvin know.
We were.
The Casina, the skate shop with the collaboration on the two pairs of dunks
Korea.
that Alvin spoke of last week is from Korea,
And even that movie too. I knew
not
it was a Korean
Japan.
movie, bro.
Yeah, you said Train to Busan was
That's Korean.
He
It's
said
Korean.
Japan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Several times, I think you brought up Japan, and I've never seen a
I
backlash.
had sushi, bro.
I've never seen our listeners backlash
Are
from
any of those-
every race, creed, everything, just
every race.
coming at you like
Like-
a shitstorm. Like you just said, the Earth is flat. Like they were like, "Holy shit! Did he just say that Casina is in Japan?
Get him.
How
I
dare
messed
you?
up.
Get him.
Get him! Cancel True to Size. Like it was trending on every
I'm
social media.
I'm honestly glad they didn't cancel us and they just made me look like a dumbass. I'd rather that than them stop listening.
They have to listen to hear us tell them that we heard them. That's why. The only
No,
reason
I
they're
hear
listening
you,
to this
bro.
episode.
After, because I listened to it after, and I almost sent one in for myself, but I already read the other ones that were sent in. So I
Like,
was
it was
"Yeah, I'm
literally
good."
the episode drops at 5 a.m. I think they started rolling it at like 5:05. Like,
Yeah.
people were like right away, and it was the whole week we were getting messages about it. And
Hey,
I just-
by the way-
I just kept replying like, "Yeah, we got it. Don't worry. Like we know. We're gonna tell them. Don't worry."
I think I personally apologized to most, if not all of them.
Had to write a press release.
Like on my from my personal account, I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I knew it, but I didn't. I'm
we
so dumb.
we took the Instagram names from our following and we just went to everybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
I'm
my
sorry
bad.
for what I did.
I'm sorry. That was it.
Anyways, next, after that, Evil NYC wrote in. So last week we were confused because he's not actually from New York City. He's from Quebec. But his Instagram name is @EvilNYC.
It's nice.
And we were confused. It's not nice. It's it's rude. Ooh, nice. See what I did there. He said his IG name is actually an anagram for his real name, which is Vince Lee. Vince Ly. So you rearrange the letters and it makes Evil NYC.
That's smart. What is
Smarter,
Alvin Quincy?
smarter than us. We'll do that. We'll spend an entire episode making anagrams for our names.
each of
How about
us.
when content is slow, when we have a slow week, we'll spend an hour and a half doing anagrams of our names. After that, Just Calby wrote in and said, I know I'm late. You were not late. He says they did not change the game by any means. When we were talking about last week, we were talking
Yeah.
about game changers.
Yeah.
He says, but don't forget the freedom that Dave White had
That's right.
on the
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
Jordan
even
1.
have a swoosh.
Jordan 1.
He took the swoosh off
That's
completely.
one of my favorite pairs.
We were talking about Travis
Right.
Scott, Frag, all these things. David White might have been Dave White. I don't know if it's David.
Dave White.
Dave-
I'm assuming-
Dave White.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's David. I don't know if he's
No,
was
it's
born with a
definitely Dave.
nickname. But yeah, like that was unheard of. Like that was insane. That was like
Yeah.
2011 or something, 2012. So
Yeah, and you put the elephant print. Yeah.
yeah,
Great
crazy.
shoe.
Great EE from Calby. Next up after that.
Oh shoot.
Lion and a Pickaxe, who also sent in the fire round question, says CGS. He says CGS thoughts on the Jordan Z code. there's more to that. But did you hear about the Z code here?
They could.
Yeah. Well, it's Zion's signature shoe that's coming, but
Yeah,
they haven't
next year.
revealed it yet, right?
Yes, that's correct. But they have revealed that the price is going to be $130. He wants to know our thoughts on that. $130 USD, pretty
Nice.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Very good.
Yeah. It's what's crazy to me is that remember when this is going to date all of us, but like a KD4 was like $90 Canadian.
Yeah.
And now entry level for a first like rookie shoe for Zion is $130 USD, so $180 Canadian, double
Yeah.
in less than 10 years.
Wow.
Remember when dunks were $60 and they used to sit on the shelves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually saw it going around this week. Like it was
Dunks.
like going around all the big sneaker pages, like a picture of an old outlet picture of like Michigan highs at the outlet in like
That was, like,
2016.
2 years ago.
Literally 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And people were like commenting like, why does the quality look so shit? Why is it in that box? And
It's
people
exactly-
literally have the quality is amazing on
Yeah.
that shoe.
Yeah.
First of all, I have the exact one. And it's the biggest example of people are literally just jumping on the hype train with zero. They're not even looking back a little bit. They're not even looking in their blind spot. They're not looking in the rear view. They're literally just looking forward at, oh, Michigan's. 2.5 years ago, those were $70. Canadian.
They're sitting.
Sitting. Syracuse.
Syracuse High
sitting.
were sitting.
UNLV. Sitting. All of those be true to your school when they came back in
Yeah.
2016.
They're
sat
chilling, bro.
Yeah.
At the outlets
And,
on hash
At the
wall.
outlets. On hash wall.
Plus 30%.
Plus more
off.
on the back, so you could still get the hash price and a full box.
A new box. You have a new box
Yeah.
for this, boss?
Yes, I sure do, because we didn't sell a fucking single one of these. and now that shoe that year goes for
Yo,
like
we should have
$500.
cashed in. That
Thanks,
year.
Travis Scott.
Jeez.
Thank you, Trav and
Yeah.
Nike for doing your parts. Next, from Rushy Grant, we're still going.
You guys are getting smoked here, man.
These are mostly not bad things, though.
Oh, okay.
We're
Mine
getting
was the worst.
yeah.
That's why we read it first.
That's why I got it out of the way. Like, yeah, Alvin's an idiot. Next, from Rushy Grant, he says EEE for next week. The Jumpman logo, because we did that thumbs up, thumbs down on the Jumpman logo on
On the
the
jerseys.
NBA jerseys. First of all, for you, thumbs up, thumbs down on the Jumpman logo on the NBA jersey.
Thumbs down.
I was also thumbs down. He said the Jumpman logo is only on the statement jersey or the third jersey. Is the statement the fourth jersey? Isn't it home away alternate statement?
And then statement.
Yeah, I think there's
So
home
it'll be the
away.
fourth?
And then retro.
EEE to you, Rushy
Oh,
Grant.
shoot.
The statement jersey is
Not
the
even-
fourth jersey.
Not even gonna fact check it.
No, I'm not.
issue the EE on
I
the
mean,
spot.
yo, we'll get another one.
Yeah, it's
For
your
sure.
show.
Well,
You
no,
guys do
because he
what you
then
want.
goes on to say the icon and association, which is home and away, will remain as the Nike swoosh, with the exception of the Charlotte Hornets. All their jerseys are going to have the Jumpman. But he doesn't mention alternate, unless they're not doing alternate. But they must be. I don't know. I don't want to get into this.
Yeah.
I saw a purple LeBron jersey, regular purple LeBron jersey with a Jumpman. Would that not be the alternate? Home away is yellow and white. And then purple, is that away? Is that alternate? I'm confusing
I
myself.
don't remember now.
I thought yellow was home.
The game's on.
Yeah, I
we
thought
can
yellow
go,
was
go
on.
check
Watch the
upstairs.
game, yeah. I
Somebody
saw-
walk upstairs.
Nike.ca is selling a purple LeBron jersey with a Jumpman.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say that.
No, I'm good.
Maybe just the good players
Thumbs
get the
down.
Jumpman
I'm
jersey.
joking.
I think you were thumbs up last week. Next one, last one. This is from Matt OMTL, good friend of the show, previous guest. He says,
Browser.
EEE, a thought. Yes, browser. A
My
browser
browser.
from Montreal. He says, we give Sean Wotherspoon a lot of shit for being a one-trick pony and sticking to a consistent type of look on sneaker collaborations.
Easy.
But we don't shit on Jeff Staple for doing the same thing on the pigeon colorways across all collabs, like New Balance, Puma, Fila, Nike. He says he's allowed to develop a familiar look, a signature, as you guys mentioned. I admit I don't love his styles either, but I guess we got to cut him some slack. If we reframe the conversation, he's worked hard to make a signature look, and I got to give him props on that, even if half the collabs are trash. That was aggressive at
Props.
the end. I didn't read that last line before. That was really aggressive to finish it off.
But Staple has he has numerous different joints, right? They're not all Staple. They're not all pigeon, right?
But they're all
bunch of
a
them.
lot of them are
similar
similar colorway, either
Yeah.
white and like that infrared
Orange.
or or
Or
the
like gray. Yeah,
Usually gray.
All
it's
right.
it's facts.
Okay.
What do we think about that? Anybody have an opinion? I think last week or when we touched on this, we did say like it's okay to develop a signature look and just like run with it, and it is a very unique signature look. I think the only thing for me is there's not as great as the Staple colorway is. It's not groundbreaking. It's not like Jeff Staple came out of the woodwork and was like, gray and orange. And everyone was like, like blew out of their seats. It was like, okay, it's crazy. It's cool with the little logo on the back. Dope. But the Sean Wotherspoon 97-1 was like, that did the whole explosion thing. Like, boom, 97 on top of a 1. And it was like, holy shit.
Is that the greatest fusion shoe ever?
We could go down that road at some point. It might be.
It's not the Air Force 4.
It's not the worst.
Like,
Air Force
it's not the Air Force Jordan 12.
Oh my god. Some
Definitely
things
the Air Force Jordan 5.
should have been left undone.
It's no Spizike, but
Spizike's up there, man. What
Oh,
the
Spizike's pretty good.
Spizike's
though.
up there
I
for
mess with
fusion
the
shoes.
Spizike.
Six rings.
Son of Mars.
Son of Mars can fuck off.
Ooh, Son of Mars.
6 rings could go up there. But yeah, so like I don't hate on the fact that he's done the same thing. I think it's just maybe it was just our putting the expectation on him ourselves. Like he didn't ask for these expectations, but after how groundbreaking and different and unique the 97-1 was, I think we just expected more. And if it's okay. If he's just going to be this, it's fine. But the expectations were just really skyrocketed after what he did on the 97-1.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Like Jeff Staple has a colorway. He didn't get an entire, like, rebuild this shoe. Mm-hmm. Like, we could also say that, actually, even Virgil is, like, switching away from being a one-trick pony. He's not just doing the fucking, like, dissect and shit. Now he has this ugly rubber dunk, too. Like, that's super different. Like,
Oh, there's a rubber dunk.
rubber dunky. Yeah. I don't know.
Next segment.
All right, we're going to get into our new game show now. We've got our old new friend here, Phil, who has not played the game, and he's going to fail, hopefully, which is what we like to see. The new game show where you just tell us how much a shoe costs is called...
How much is that?
That's how you do it, Joel. It's called...
How much is that?
There we go. What's it called?
how much? How much is this?
How much that...
How much is that?
So it's very simple. Don't look at the laptop. That's where all the answers live. It's very simple. I'm going to give you 2 shoes, sometimes more.
Oh, man.
And you're going to tell me which one was more expensive based off the last sold price on StockX in size 9.
Phil knows that's kind of his
He's
size.
a big hype beast. Like,
Phil's
so
on StockX.
Phil has...
He's like a 9.5.
If StockX had like user ID codes, Phil would be like top 10, like first 10 people to register for StockX.
Because he's trying to sell his stuff.
Okay. So it's based on size 9, and it's which one out of the 2 sold at a higher price.
The last sold price.
last
Which
sale.
one is higher?
Okay.
It's very
got
easy.
this.
It
Most
sounds-
people do really well.
It sounds
Yeah.
very easy.
It's easy. You should do very well.
Okay.
I'm sure you own lots of these shoes too. All right.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First up, how much is that? Jordan 1 Low, Travis Scott. You're a big fan of this shoe. You better know how much it costs to $1
$10.
versus not how much it's worth. How much it costs.
How much the last sale was.
Not what it's worth.
That's
not
a
$10.
priceless. It's a priceless shoe.
Priceless.
$10.
I need that.
Jordan 1 Low, Travis Scott versus the Air Jordan 4 Off-White sale. We want to know how much is that? Which one
That's tough.
has the higher last sold price?
It's
dead
funny.
stock size 9.
I just looked at the Travis Scott low just for the heck of it the other day.
Just for the price
But I haven't been keeping up to date with you said the off-white, the women's one?
Yeah.
The tan one?
the one that I would actually pay for.
Wait, size 9 women or size 9 men?
So for this one, I did a 10.5 women, which is a 9.
Oh.
It's a 9 men.
Sounds like you're moving the goalpost a bit here. Okay. So, okay.
No pressure though.
I'm going to go with
It's tough, bro.
I'm going with the off-white.
He's going with as the more expensive.
That's the more expensive one.
Okay.
Come on, Virgil Hype Beast. Don't
Alvin.
fail me now.
Yeah, which hype beast is going to pay more for the shoe, Virgil or Travis?
bro.
Yeah.
The fans. The real
Is
fans
it?
want the shoes.
Real fans want the shoes. We can't get the shoes.
All these sneakerheads getting the shoes.
It's not even the real fans. Stupid Travis Scott fans.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so as we do, we're going to start with the one you did not choose first.
Okay.
Which would be the Jordan 1 Low.
Great
Low,
shoe.
ugly
Priceless.
shoe, Travis Scott.
Pink laces.
Not $10 as Alvin predicted.
No, that's
Last
cheap.
sold price $1,222.
I was on 12. In my head was 1,200.
Well done.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Versus The Air Jordan 4 Off-White sale in a 10.5 women's, aka 9 men's.
Oh, that's a good size, hype beast.
Do you want to change your answer? You know what they say. Have you seen the thing? I've never done this before.
Okay.
There's actually a theory. If you're on a game show and you choose and you have 3 doors.
Right.
And you choose one door as your door and they open one door and it's not the money. If they ask you if you want to switch doors, it's a 66% chance that you should switch doors.
It's actually 69% chance, but they didn't round up properly.
They rounded down to 66.
Yeah.
Because, okay.
So the probability gods
In my
say,
head, the Off-White 4, I feel like someone paid 13 or 14 for that.
When?
Recently, the most recent.
It was Phil.
That's what I would. No, I don't have.
feel like
that's not even the right size.
Someone.
I feel like, and they're shipping soon.
Plus shipping.
1,200. No, I'm gonna go against the odds on this. Coco, I'm gonna go against. I'm going against the odds. So I'm keeping my answer, and my final answer is the Off-White Virgil.
Good answer.
Jordan 4.
Yeah, let's go, hype
believe in
beast.
you,
He
bro.
says,
Let's go.
Jordan 4 sale, Off-White. The last sold price of a dead stock size 9 Jordan 4 sale on stock X is $1,500.
Yes.
1500.
Amazing.
I told you he bought them yesterday.
This is off to a smashing start.
It gets significantly harder after that.
Man,
that was hard though, bro.
That was a good one, right?
Stuck to my guns.
All right. This one, I made sure to make very hype, but very hard ones coming up. The next one, Jordan 1 Fragment. We all know it.
Frags.
Jordan 1 Fragment versus 6 pairs
What?
of the Air Jordan 3 Fragment.
It's a handicap match.
Fragment versus Fragment. One
6
pair.
pairs?
One
How
pair.
How much is one pair of the threes?
One pair of Jordan 1 Fragments versus 6 pairs
Retails what, $265?
of Jordan 3 Fragments. Alvin wants to play. He wants to
I
play so
know.
bad.
You know,
I'm just seeing if I could do maths.
Probably not.
yeah. So the problem is I have no idea how much either one of these is reselling for. So
That's usually the
main
idea.
problem. Six pairs of those Fragment 3s. I know people are paying
retail.
money for them, but they're kind of average, to be honest with you. They're not really,
Not at retail.
not at
Oh,
retail.
resale.
Resale, of course, on StockX.
But they're
$10.
compared to the ones. Okay. I'm gonna go with.
Alvin
a
is
nail biter, bro.
sweating.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know. Because
I'm not
if they're going for 500 each, that's $3,000. That's still low. I think the Fragment 1 will beat that.
Oh, for sure.
6. How much are those ugly threes going for, man? Someone text me.
Wanna call a friend.
It's not live. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with the strength and the history of the Fragment 1 to beat these 6
If
newbies.
only hype beasts cared about that.
I know. That's what I'm
Oh,
going for
boy.
because I know it's gonna be at least probably like 3,500, maybe 4. I don't know. I haven't
It'll be a
checked.
difference
I'm
of
guessing.
$2.
I'm guessing here.
That would be rude.
Let's go.
That would be so rude.
I'm locking in with the Fragment 1.
As we do, we say the one you did not pick, and 6 pairs of Jordan 3 Fragments. Well, I'll tell you how much one pair costs.
Okay, I can do the math. Yeah,
Because, no, you can't. I guarantee you cannot. You thought it was around 500. It's actually $686.
Holy.
Times 6 is $4,116.
Ooh.
We'll give you one more chance here. I'm not going to give it to you on the last one,
Yeah.
but do you want to change your answer?
This is tight. You said 4,100 for the
4,116 for 6 pairs of Jordan 3 Fragment from StockX, dead stock size 9.
all size 9. And okay, obviously the one is size.
Size 9 as well.
That's crazy.
4,100.
Like, yo, I'm sweating for you, bro. Like,
Because I was thinking, like I said, at 35 to 440 for the Fragment 1. So 41. You're making these tough. I feel like that's the point of the
That's
game.
the idea, yeah. We don't make it too easy. You just fly through it. Boom, boom, boom.
today on
Last
TMZ.
pair. You know what? It's not about what they're worth. It's about what someone's willing to pay for it. I'm sticking to the Fragment 1.
I don't know what that had to do with anything, but I'll tell you the last.
Phil,
So
the
Alvin
philosopher.
just sat all the way into the table. He's
He did,
excited.
bro, let's get
The last sold price of a Jordan 1 fragment on StockX, dead stock, in a size 9,
Big money.
is $4,846.
Oh, I love it.
$700.
I knew it, man.
Crazy.
I knew it. People pay crazy money for that shoe.
All right.
Well,
I love it.
The last one.
And those threes are kind of booty compared to the one.
That's why I would take 7 of them to compare in price.
$680 for those? Man, can't you get some free throw lines or some 88 cement for?
No,
around that
I was
price?
actually going to throw those in. 88 cement
Jeez.
are now almost $1,000.
Wow. Okay,
The last one here.
let's go.
We're still going to keep it going with the new hype versus old hype here.
oh my god.
2 pairs.
Oh, stop.
Nike Dunk Low SB Chunky Dunky.
Original box or
Regular box.
Okay.
I would
Regular
not
box.
imagine I did that.
That's
12 grand. Regular box.
Is the regular box the colorful stripe one?
It is same as the Travis's. Yes, regular box. I didn't know that the color of the box made a difference. Okay.
Oh, it makes a difference.
Okay, sure. Versus Nike Dunk Low SB Tiffany.
Oh,
Just one.
Dead stock, size 9
oh,
from StockX. And I chose that because I know you own them.
Yeah.
I believe they're also dead stock.
It's a 9.5 dead stock
Signed.
autographed by
Signed.
Yankee Diamonds.
2 pairs of Nike Dunk Low SB Chunky Dunky. Potential shoe of the year. Definitely for
Is
me.
it?
Up there for me.
Nah.
Versus Nike Dunk Low SB Tiffany. 2v1. Will it be quality? Will it be history? Find out next week.
How much is that?
Talk us through this, Phil. What's your mind? What's going on here?
First of all, I don't know how much either one's going for at the moment.
That's
At the
once again,
moment.
it's the idea of the show.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's
You're catching up.
it's been working so far, but I've been getting them right so far. So,
It's a trick question.
I'm trying to reason this out here. Okay, so
Pigeons.
chunky donkeys. I'm trying to establish how much a chunky donkey is going for a size 9, which I haven't checked because I don't wear size 9.
Makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so
When
I'm
I
gonna
said
go-
talk us through it, I was hoping it'd be more riveting than that.
No, this is what's happening
Makes
in
for
my
good
head
content.
right now. I'm gonna go with the higher value would be the Tiffany.
The Tiffany.
Yeah. I'm going with the Tiffany. It's too much history. There's too much hype. The chunky donkeys are beautiful.
Speaking
but
of hype,
they're
yeah.
new.
They are.
So you know,
They're
like
shiny and new.
they're shiny and new, and they're fuzzy.
And you
And
know what people do with shiny new hype things?
Yeah,
They pay a lot of money for them.
they do, but it's gonna take a while for that to increase in value.
All right.
Diamonds are forever.
I feel like they've had a good 17 years
Nice,
or however
Alvin.
long, 14 years to
I don't know, man.
grow.
All right.
Awesome.
As we do. 2 pairs of Nike Dunk Low SB Chunky Dunky. I'll tell you how much one pair costs. $1,865
I like that. I like that number. I like that number.
times 2,
That's 36, 37.
3730.
Oh, I like that. I like that number, Bob.
I don't like the.
Thanks, Bob.
I don't like how excited you're getting.
I like that.
The weird excitement.
I know how much the Tiffany's are going for. I think.
This is not excitement. This is like arousal, like what you're saying now.
Oh yeah.
I like that,
I
Bryce.
like that, Coco.
Versus Nike Dunk Low SB Tiffany Diamond Supply Co. 2005? 6?
5 or 6.
5 or
something like
6?
Yeah,
Pink
5.
box.
that. Yeah. The aqua.
Last
aqua
sold.
Chrome.
Last sold price on StockX dead stock.
I'm ready.
Is it more than $3,730?
Definitely gotta be. Gotta be.
He hopes so. His mortgage is
Gotta
depending
be.
on it.
Let me go 3 for 3.
We've never had anyone go 3 for 3
No.
before.
Until
Last sold price. Dead stock, size
Suspense.
9, Dunk Low SB Tiffany is $4,120. $29.
Oh.
I knew it.
$300 more.
I was thinking
3 for 3.
I was thinking like under $2,000 for the Chunky Dunky for one. So here we are.
We've never had anyone go 3 for 3.
Here we
Congratulations,
go.
Philly.
Redemption.
Yeah, Philly.
We might have to just
Redemption.
end the episode right there
Yeah.
because that was just, but we're not going to, but we should have because it's only downhill from there.
Hypothetically, we should.
Realistically, we will not because we still got time to burn. Next up, really quick, I just want to get into collaborations a little bit because we got the king of collabs right to the left of me, to the right of the audience, and Phil, and he's really big into.
Are you just taping this video?
Yeah, it's behind you.
No. It's not.
People like to see the back
You
of
got
your
the back
head.
of your head, man.
He's touching the wall.
All right.
You
sorry.
scared me,
sorry,
bro. I was
sorry.
like, are we recording?
I know.
It's in Alvin's
No, I
glasses.
meant the video. Anyway, sorry.
It's a weird time to ask that right at the end of the episode, but no,
Yeah.
we're not. We're not this week. We're going to very soon.
what he
Actually,
does.
we're waiting for you to not be here to start recording.
Nah,
we don't want to give you that kind of that clout. We don't want to make you any more famous than you already have. So collaborations, we've talked about them many times. They're huge now. I just want to know real quick, like, do you ever buy collaborations just because they're a collaboration?
No,
And is that a bad thing if you do?
no.
Like, do you ever see a brand that you're like, I like that brand and I'm going to buy it because it's that brand? If there was not a collaboration, would you have bought it essentially? So you're buying it just because it's a collaboration because you fuck with that person. That's what I mean. You're not like, it's hype. I got to buy it because I got to buy it. But like, you're buying it because it's a Lego ZX. If it was the same colorway, but not Lego, and it was maybe even inspired by Lego, but not a collaboration, you would have, could have, should have, did not buy it, is essentially my question. And if you have bought it because it's a collaboration, is that a bad thing? Alvin, you can go ahead first.
I wouldn't necessarily purchase a shoe based on just it being a collaboration. I personally would have to like the shoe and, want to wear the shoe. Great example is the Fragment 3s.
You bought 6 pairs?
Huh?
That's where I got
You
the
bought
figure
6
from.
pairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were they $10?
I don't know.
$10.
I mean, if they were $10, hell, I mean, to me anyway, like I know a lot of people like them, but to me, they're just not collab purchase worthy in
okay.
my books.
All right.
But I fuck with Fragment because it's Fragment. But like that specific shoe, I wasn't feeling it, and that's okay. For a shoe, for me not to like if I like for example the Capsule 580, if that wasn't a Capsule 580 and it still came out that colorway the way it did, I still probably would have rocked with it.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
Kind of, yeah. Like the way that I'm seeing it is the same way as you. Like if you had the Capsule 580, just a denim New Balance 580,
Yeah.
chances are I wouldn't have bought it. I bought it mostly because it's a collaboration with a local Canadian brand that we fuck with. There's like several other shoes I'm sure that I own that I have purchased just because it's a collaboration. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you mess with the brand or you mess with the vision of the brand or you mess with just the collaboration itself. If you think it's a cool collaboration, like I'm not a huge Adidas guy, like self-proclaimed not a huge Adidas guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to try for the Lego ZX 8000
Yeah.
Yeah.
tomorrow because I love fucking Lego and I think that it's long overdue that anyone's going to collab with Lego and they did a good job on it. So I'm
Yeah.
going to try and pick it up. If it was a regular ZX in tan, yellow, green, blue, red, I wouldn't even probably bat an eye at it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even turn my head to look at it. Wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
So I've definitely purchased collabs just because they're collabs. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like hype is fine in like a small dose. You don't need a huge dose of hype. You don't need to be like like an influx or like inundated with hype. That's too much. But a little bit of hype there, here and there, it's fun. It keeps it interesting. It's for me.
True.
Joel, what about you? Have you bought any shoes just because it's a collaboration?
Well, for me, it's like if I fuck with like just like you with like the store or the shop or whatever, and I'm familiar with what they do and their vision or whatever, and then they do a collaboration, it's like a must for me. Like, you know what I mean? If it's like just like with Capsule, if they do something like that and they make like a 580 or even like the Reebok Answers, like I wanted to get those, but I just couldn't make it down. But like I would have copped. You know what I mean?
And you're not a Reebok fan.
And I'm not a
necessarily.
Reebok guy.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, it's a shop that we mess with,
Yeah.
right? And we've done numerous campouts there before, so it's like it's a shop that I'm familiar with, vision wise and whatnot, and I also cop GRs, so it's like it's whatever
Balance.
Yeah, it's whatever like catches my eye and makes me like do a second, third take at it, and it's like fuck, okay, it's gonna be my CGS pick.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a cop for me, kind of thing. So it's like just I don't know, man. It's like 50-50.
And the reason you do a double or triple take could be because it's a collaboration. Like you might have not turned your head at a pair of shoes, but then you're like, oh, this is a collaboration with whoever.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, really? And then you take another deeper look and then you look into it more. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like I feel like it's turning really far left in terms of people saying like it's a collab, it's overhyped, you're only buying it because it's a collab, which I think to a sense, like to a degree is correct. Like you shouldn't buy only collabs. You shouldn't buy everything only because it's a collab. You shouldn't buy ugly shoes just because it's a collab. Speaking of ugly shoes that are collabs, Phil, you've
What a segue to Phil.
I don't know what that means, but I'm here.
We'll get into it in a second, but how do you feel about that? Like the whole like people buying things only because they're a collab. Do you buy things only because they're a collab, and do you think it's a bad thing at all?
No, I mean, it is. It is what it is. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like buy whatever you want, whether it's to wear it or to sell it. Have I bought things because of it's a collab? Not recently. Like for me, like when you say collab, like the Off-White stuff or the Travis or even recently Union, like. They're collabs and they're hyped, but those are no-brainers because you're taking silhouettes that don't need anything, right? And you're adding little elements and designs to it, which may make it better or worse depending on your point of view. But it's already a silhouette. Like you don't need much to sell a Jordan 4, right? But then, so for those, like I like the shoe anyways. I like the silhouette anyways. Travis Scott, whatever, Union, whoever it is, like it's cool. I'll buy it. Things that I have bought just because it was a collab and I might not have necessarily loved the shoe. Nothing recently, but Goodfoot, when they were around, they did an SB collab and I think it was a Harbor. I think that was the model. And it was just a low cut shoe and it had that traditional red and black lumberjack.
The flannel.
Kind of a flannel. Yeah, that traditional print. And it had a little bit of fur around the thing. It wasn't like a crazy shoe that like I really, really wanted, but being a customer of Goodfoot for a number of years, like I wanted to support some friends I knew at the time that worked there and I wanted to support the shop. And, the other one I also bought from Goodfoot was a Nike Dunk, collab with, Mighty Crown. So Mighty Crown's a group of Japanese DJs. They're heavy into the dancehall reggae, like sound clash scene. They're actually legends, but the shoe is a dunk and it's not the sexiest dunk. It has a Crown logo all over it. So it's not my favorite looking dunk, but it's kind of like I'm buying this like as a fan of Mighty Crown and a fan of Nike Dunks. So to me, it's like going to a concert or buying a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
For that
agree.
particular case.
Like the thing is with that argument of like, oh, you're only buying because it's a collab. But you're also, like, says the guy with the closet full of Nike shoes, you're only buying it because it's a Nike shoe. Like, you're not going out and buying the most comfortable shoe because most of the time that's not a Nike shoe. You're not going out and buying the least expensive shoe because 90% of the time that's not a Nike shoe. So at some point, people are brand loyalists or they're buying things because they're a thing for whatever reason they have. Like, I think it's stupid and elitist to say that, oh, you're only buying it because it's a collab. And it leads me to like the next thing. Like, how do you guys feel about that whole argument? Like, oh, if that wasn't a collab, it would sit. Oh, if that wasn't a collab, it would sit on the shelf. No one would buy it if it wasn't a collab. Like, personally, I felt that way about the Jordan 4 Union that Phil bought and I don't like. Personally, like you said, it's a great silhouette. The Jordan 4 doesn't need anything. It sells itself. They unsold it to me. That's how you know I didn't like it.
Lawrence,
they
what can we do?
unsold a Jordan 4 to
What
me.
can we do to make you not buy this shoe, Lawrence?
Make the Wings logo one piece and no hole in the middle. That's the main thing. So yeah, and I think that at its core, that argument makes sense. Like, yes, that's true. If they released this strange looking Jordan 4, it probably wouldn't sell. But that's obviously not the point because then it's not the same shoe. then it's not a Union 4, it's a Guava 4, and the whole point is that it's a Union collaboration, that Union designed it. Union didn't design the shoe, take their name away from it, and put it on the shelf. Like, it's all comes together. But how do you guys, because I'm sure we've all heard it, like, if it wasn't a collab, it wouldn't sell. Like, I'm sure the Fragment 3s, it's also a good example. If
Someone
it was
will
just
say
a,
something like
a
that.
white and black Jordan 4, like a Cyber Monday, a reverse Cyber Monday.
Straight to the outlet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people would say, which is a factual statement, but that defeats the purpose of it being a collaboration. Like that's like saying if this shoe wasn't a Nike shoe, it wouldn't sell. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's the point. Like, do you guys have any, like, how do you feel about that whole, like, once you kind of break it down, it makes a little bit more sense.
Does
Like,
make
yeah,
sense,
like, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, yo, when we were all, I guess, younger sneakerheads, every Jordan drop we copped, right? And that's because we were all
We bought it because it was a Jordan.
Jordan fans. So I guess people are now, because of the amount of, or the volume of collabs are coming out so high, it's like every Off-White, someone's going to want it, just like we wanted every Jordan that came out. So it's like, that's their mentality now, I guess, which I can respect because I was the same way in a sense. But I don't know, man. Now that I'm much, much older,
Wiser.
it's just easier for me to...
Good at geography of Asia.
I failed geography, by the way. I mean, Asian geography, I failed. I fucked up, sorry. But I don't know. I guess now it's just easier for me to, like Phil, like he doesn't really give, like he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like for me
Allegedly.
he's still
On the podcast.
We have the passion. We have the passion for it. It's just now we see stuff and we're just like, well, okay, cool.
Yeah, and we've said it before too. Like, if there's something that's coming out, if there's all these things coming out, we do This Week in Kicks every week. It's three, four pairs of shoes every week. We talk about it's too much to buy everything. So you're gonna likely go for the pairs that are a little bit more limited, that you know you can access now, and you'll have access to the other ones later. Like, that's usually the mindset. There's so much stuff coming out. There's so much
Plus
shit
with
coming
resale,
out.
it's like trade bait.
Exactly.
and,
Yeah.
all this
So
other
that's
stuff.
why those ones sell. That's why there's things that sit. There's things that don't. Yeah, Phil, what do you think about this whole, if that wasn't a collab, it wouldn't sit? If those Guava 4s were not a collab,
Yeah.
they would be not.
They'd be
they
the
would
orange
not. Yeah.
fours.
Yeah, they. I mean, the statement is true, but it is what it is. Like, now that I'm thinking about the question, it's just like, you have people that are buying shoes, to your point, or I don't know which one, I think it was you that said it, but to your point, it's like you have people that are buying shoes because they're Nike, and you're buying shoes because of the brand, but then it's like within that, you're possibly passing judgment on someone who's buying it just because it's with another brand.
A brand with another brand.
Right. So it's just like, well, there's reasons. It's like, would you drive that car if we took off the Mercedes logo?
Yep.
No, I would probably just buy a Kia or like something else.
Ouch.
Right? No. I just realized.
Shots to the
no,
Kia
no,
driver
no, that's
over
not
here.
a shot.
That's
not a shot.
Korean. No,
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's gonna start pointing out all the Korean.
Yeah.
I had Korean barbecue the other day.
Yeah.
That's Korean.
that's from Korea. No, but it's like, of course people are gravitating towards stuff because it's a collab. It's like, if you take a certain name off a product, if you take, you talk about mac and cheese. If you took Kraft Dinner off the box and it's just mac and cheese, people will favor the one that says KD.
Yep.
Right. Same way people will favor a certain car. Cars, honestly, unless you're racing or doing something crazy,
Yeah.
it's A to B. Yeah. Nobody. You don't need to spend $100,000 on a car. It's fine if you do,
This is
and
why
respect
we don't do
to you.
a car podcast.
Right?
It's A to B, bro.
Essentially, for
episode 1.
I'm talking from, you know what I mean? From a
No,
perspective
absolutely.
from like 90% of the people who are driving don't need a specific type of car to perform a certain way. It's
Yeah.
just like they just need the car to go to soccer, to the supermarket.
8,000
to-
horsepower to go to the
Right.
metro. Yeah.
Right? So it's just like you're obviously investing in a logo, right? The same reason you're buying a Louis Vuitton bag is because you want that logo, not because that bag fits more or you like the zipper on the Louis bag. No, you
Big
want
fan
the
of brown and
you
black.
want the
Yeah.
prestige of that $3,000 bag, so you're paying for the name. So it's like it's the same thing with collabs, right?
Yeah.
And
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's A to B, bro.
it's A to B.
All right, the last thing just about collabs, and this is completely unrelated to the first two questions, but It came up today on social media and it has to be discussed. Kanye West tweeted today.
Yes.
A couple of things here. I didn't write them all down, but I'll do paraphrase
The
real
major
quick.
one.
The one that everyone's talking about was Nike greater sign than Adidas, which was what's fucking wrong with this guy. Second one was I'm wearing Jordans until I'm on the board of Adidas, which after the first tweet seems like a ridiculous thing to request. Like I don't think that's the order of tweets you should have said. And the third one was when I'm on the board of Adidas, I'm making a Nike and Adidas collaboration to bring or for the community or something like that.
Bring the community together or something
So,
like
first things first. Take a step back from the question. Breathe, because it sounds idiotic. I love you, Kanye West. It sounds idiotic. Take a step back, breathe, and if I ask you, could you ever, in your wildest dreams, see Adidas and Nike collaborating? Just give me a yes or no. Phil.
No.
Alvin. This is like a thumbs up, thumbs down.
No.
But to the extreme. Joel.
Yes.
I knew it.
We'll give you the option to change your answer if you want.
I have
option.
to. I have to say yes.
Yeah, right.
I have to say yes. I don't know why. I don't know why. But for some reason, when Kanye West tweets it, it's like maybe, maybe.
I pictured a swoosh segmented into 3.
See, that was my second question. What would it look like?
man.
Would it be a new silhouette? Would it be a pack? Like they've done Jordan Converse, would it be that kind of situation where they don't actually fuck with either of their designs? They just put them in the same box.
It's the Superforce one.
Superforce one.
No, they're gonna retro. What I heard was that they're gonna retro the Nike Yeezy and just put an Adidas insole.
Oh, a boost?
Yeah,
Boost?
You put boost in
yeah.
an Yeezy?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's what I mean. Would it be something like that where they take a technology,
No,
they
man.
put boost in a Yeezy, and then they put air in a 350 or
That's
something?
like I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, Superforce 1.
It sounds like
Air
It
ZX
can
1.
happen.
it sounds like a
Are you
made-up
putting
space
air?
agency.
You putting air in the heel of a superstar? Is that what it is?
I guess.
You're putting the shell toe.
He didn't
on,
think that
Putting
far.
a shell toe on an Air
on
Force.
an Air Force.
Oh my! Oh wow!
The toe box does need help. It creases a lot.
Yeah.
That would completely negate the creasing.
Sneaker shields on top.
Literally, that's what
It's
it would
a
be.
shell
Yeah,
toe.
it's a shell toe.
Oh
Yeah.
Cut the check.
Cut the
check,
check.
Kanye.
You know
Let's go.
what's interesting? If I don't think it'll ever happen, but if it did happen, a Nike Adi collab, it'd be interesting because you have people like Kanye, James Harden, Pharrell that were on both brands, right? So
Yeah.
that could be a good segue publicly to the collab because they've been on both. But
I don't know.
I don't know, man. For some reason, I can just when you take a step back and breathe, it's like, hey, it's 2020, man. Maybe this has been the craziest fucking year in the existence of humanity. Maybe.
Well, if anyone can make it happen.
Kanye.
Kanye West. If Kanye goes to the board after those tweets and he's like, I'm leaving and never doing anything again unless you collaborate with Nike, I'm sure that the guy's picking up the phone and being like, all right, let's fucking entertain this.
Yeah,
Like,
but you know what's going to happen?
And then
Tinker's
Phil,
going to be like, fuck you guys.
Tinker and Phil are gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. But I'm just saying it might be entertained and anything can happen. It's 2020. Phil, thank you for
Superforce
being here.
ones.
thank you for having
We
me.
appreciate you. This has been just a Superforce episode. It literally sounds like a made-up space agency.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're the Superforce One. Welcome to your flight on the Superforce AV1, and we're going to Mars. Strap in and see you soon.
Yeah, it's that collab sounds like you see those flea market shoes and it has like
Literally, yeah.
it has like Shocks and Air Max on it. That's what
literally.
it sounds like.
Fusion.
Oh,
That's what
you
it
mean
sounds
Shock
like.
Smash?
Yeah, Shocks Max.
We're gonna cut it off now because it's just gonna. The edibles are clearly kicking in here.
Oh man,
Phil, the donut, the Krispy Kreme
Oh.
donuts. Phil, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
my pleasure. Dave.
It's been too long, and we miss you a little bit. Not too much, just
All
a little bit. Thank you to everyone who supported and or been a part of the podcast. Wherever you're taking in the episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Check our Facebook group we use as a forum, sell stuff, and connect with you guys called CGS Talk on facebook.com/group/cgs.talk. Check the website for reviews, recap stories, and much, 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 much more called CanadaGotSold.ca. Any questions or suggestions for the segments like Soul Pull, Sneaker Grinding for Dummies, or the Fire Round, shoot us a DM or email us at CanadaGotSold@gmail.com. Do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I've been Lawrence Hopkins. You can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name's Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
Phil, where can they find you?
They can find me at Soul Purpose, SOLE Purpose.
Okay, yeah, you have been working on that. You didn't. It wasn't as smooth as that before.
Oh, okay.
That was well done. I'm
Nice.
impressed. Like,
Sweet.
I want to follow you. I might actually follow you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 38 episodes. And please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS, and we are out. Peace. Superforce. Oh my. Supermax.
Gazelle Max 1.
You know what I realized when I was trying to sell those ones, the Chicago ones? There's a lot of people, like probably kids, that don't know that the Jordan 1 silhouette has changed from 2013 to all the new ones now.
Oh, yeah. Like the Jumpman and
Like,
just in general, the shape.
not
and-
just the Jumpman, but like, you know how you legit check out Jordan 1 now?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like
yeah.
the stitching, how it lines to the
Yeah.
swoosh or above the swoosh. Like, they don't know that difference. Little things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I had a couple people be like, yo, those ones are fake. It's like, no, you're 12 years old.
She was older than
It's
you
like-
and it came up 5 years ago.
just say you started buying Jordans in 2016. It's fine.